Goes to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Rosen on 1st and 10. And his throw is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. 2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
First throw now for the backup Allen. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Over the middle, complete. It's Jensen. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Now Rosen on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ndamukong Suh breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And now running right through it. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Back to throw. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from the desert after this. Back to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up on a safety, Jaquiski Tartt. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. In for the score. And now the Cardinals are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
They run, Devontae Freeman. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he'll escape. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And here comes throw number one for the backup QB. Henry's got it out on the left side. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Allen. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And that is incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
On third down, Rosen. It got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big play on third down for the Cardinals. 41 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Here's Rosen to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he finds Tyler Kroft. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
And he missed it. It's no good. And we will remain tied here in this third quarter.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. First and 10, way up at the 37. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
They run once more with McKinnon. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this first and 10. And they'll run it here. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
90. 90. Eagle.
Here again is McKinnon. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up first and goal.
Eagle.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. Elliott now to kick this one away. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post.
Right,
but it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Gone! Watch it now, Barney!
On 1st down, it's Rosen. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Gone!
From the gun, it's Rosen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. This time, the extra point up and good. And we are tied at 21. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. He'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll drop to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And now he'll tuck it and run. And avoids the contact by sliding. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah. And do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the toss, it's McKinnon. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Oh, now he bowls him. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jerick McKinnon from 17 yards out. And the 49ers have moved down in front. Elliott good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Watch it now, Barney.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
Now it's Rosen. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
All right, now, lucky 56. Over.
Rosen will throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And he's going to go down again. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit. Detroit. Over.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on 2nd down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die 4th down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, but whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They are just brimming with it right now.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They have the lead, still a 1-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Right back to him on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.